Hi everyone, it's been a minute. I hope you're having the best summer, getting in lots of rest, having fun, going on some great adventures. As many of you know, I've moved to California, specifically the Bay Area. And a couple months ago, I drove cross country with Miso, my 5-month old puppy at the time. And I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I drove all the way from Washington, D.C. to San Francisco. I took about 16 days to go on this adventure. I saw so many things. I met so many people. Both Miso and I survived. The car survived. We all arrived in one piece, which was incredible. And I think what I remember the most is I was just really surprised that the kindness that people showed when I had questions, when I was lost, or just just the human connection that I felt on this road trip was really, really beautiful. And I'm sure, I know this for sure. Having Miso really helped because everyone would just see a cute puppy and wanted to connect with me, ask me questions. And it was just such an easier way to be like, oh, like, where should I go for dinner? Or do you have a recommendation for this or for that? So forever grateful for my travel companion, and driving wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Definitely, there were some times I thought I was going to die because I was driving so much, and I've never driven that much before, and I actually really don't like driving. But I end up really enjoying just having, quiet time, talking to my friends, listening to podcasts, like thinking, recording voice messages, and just seeing how beautiful America is. Like when I drove through Kansas, I was like, oh, this is the Windows 95 background. It's really not something made up. It actually is a real place. Then I got to Utah, Moab, Nevada, um, Lake Tahoe, also Colorado, Boulder, Red Rocks. Like those places were incredibly beautiful. Specifically, when I was in Moab, I went to Dead Horse Point Park, and I had to drive like, I think 20, 30 miles to get there. And already Moab is far away from everything. There was no cell service, there wasn't the hum of AC units, of buildings, and just general like modern existence noise. And it was so beautiful to just be able to sit and be in that silence. So if you're looking for a place to explore, I highly recommend Moab. And then I also really loved Lake Tahoe. The lake was so beautiful. There are wonderful hikes. It was just a really magical place. And so, yeah, that was my trip. So now that I've had a couple months to settle in, I knew that coming to California was going to start a new chapter. I had a feeling that it was going to be very healing for myself as well. And I'm already beginning to see the things that I'm meant to learn, to surrender to let go of. And I'm finding that I have so much more grace when, confronting or dealing with a difficulty or a challenge. And I've just been really developing my intuition this year, working with my friend, mentor, and colleague Nikki Novo, and accessing the spirit world, going into the Akashic records, connecting with my spirit guides, my higher self. And I feel like all of that really amplified when I got to California, which is really funny because it was also astrologically very aligned as well. I think it was Jupiter in Pisces. That was early June going into July 28th. I know the end date because it's the day after my birthday. And it's a time when you start to remember things that you've always known. Hidden wisdom and gifts and skills are being revealed. And yeah, definitely that was the case for me as I am launching Career Clarity reading so soon. And it's just been really incredible to do these readings for people because I just never thought of myself as an intuitive. I never thought of myself as psychic. And as I build this business, it continues to unfold in really incredible, beautiful ways that wow me. I'm surprised at what I'm capable of. I'm surprised at, my own evolution. I have people, friends, and also acquaintances just saying, like, it's so cool to like watch your journey and see like what you've been doing and how you've been growing. And I'm like, me too. Like, it's just been such a wild journey these last few years because it's only been 2 years since I started doing this full time, and majority of it was during a pandemic. Lots of pivots, lots of changes, lots of new things that I had to learn and figure out. And so, with these career clarity readings, I do an energy read going through the chakras. I also kind of just to get general messages as well. I incorporate some astrology to help people understand a little bit more about their purpose and what their career path may look like. And then we just have a really open dialogue where they can ask me questions about, the information I shared via the energy reading. Maybe they have some other questions and things that made no sense as I prep for our call by doing the energy readings just really illuminate themselves, make themselves clear when I start talking to the person. And my favorite part about doing these readings is that they're really different from the ones that I've received. It's much more coming from a place of empowerment and of just feeling more energized and excited about where you're going and the decisions you are making and will make, instead of kind of hanging on to my every word of like, I don't do any predictions. It's really just kind of understanding where you are, how you're feeling, and just kind of nudging you, I would like to say, in like the right direction, like really encouraging you, because I've done about like 15 or so practice reads, and the similar themes just keep on coming up. And more than half the time, people are like, oh, yeah, I have been thinking about this. Or I recently was wondering if I should start taking art classes. Or, oh, I've been feeling like really burnt out and needing rest, but also my mind um, is fighting me on that. And thank you for letting me know that rest is productive. And that's definitely a message for everyone. Rest is productive. And I find myself working, yes, this summer, but resting so much more. And with rest comes integration and comes embodiment and really knowledge moving into the category of wisdom. And I've just been getting this message again and again to rest and not to quote unquote work in traditional ways. And I know that this is a theme for myself, and this is a theme that will continue on, to find more flow and to surrender rather than really being in my typical masculine, because I find that I have more masculine energy than feminine, and FYI, everyone has both. They're both very important parts of us, and it's calling for less structure, it's calling for less planning, and I'm very comfortable with this because I have a strong Capricorn energy in my triad and also my general birth chart, which basically just means structure, structure, details, details, being organized, and having things done in a certain way. Been unlearning, but also kind of just tuning in and being like, okay, well, if this is the message I'm receiving, not only I'm getting it, but also people who are reading me, because I give readings, as practice, but I also receive a lot of readings because other people are practicing as well. And the main message is really to focus on my personal life and to have fun and to enjoy this new place that I'm in. And I fought it for a little bit, for most of, well, a little bit, for most of May, a little bit of June, but I'm talking to you right now, and it's like late July, and tomorrow is going to be Leo season, or probably when I share this, today is Leo season, all about being magnetic, confident, charismatic, embodying leadership qualities, figuring out where you can be a leader in your life, where you can shine more brightly. Totally solar plexus energy, as Leo is ruled by the sun. So thinking about how you can be more the star of your life. Anyway, so basically, I just wanted to share an update on what I'm doing, what life has been like. I hope that you are inspired to make bold moves for yourself, whether it's career or personal. I know for many of you, you're thinking about, what you should be doing next or if you should be starting a business. And I just want to let you know to trust in divine timing, trust in your intuition, and that everything is happening for you, not to you. All right, so this is just an update from me. I'm excited to be recording, filming the second season soon, which is all about spirituality and business. And I think I'll be throwing in some things about Saturn return and life transitions in there as well. So this second season is going to be a little bit than what I had planned and alluded to in the last episode of season one, but it's going to be just as good, actually better. So I'm super excited to be planning it out and sharing it with you soon. And if you aren't supporting the podcast, um, I will include a link for a one time donation, or you can become a subscriber, or rather, it's called something that you just donate a bit of money every single month, which greatly helps in the production of my podcast. If you have found this information to be helpful and you're unable to support me financially, please rate this podcast 5 stars, share it with a friend, share it on social media, via email, via text, whichever medium you like to communicate in. I would be so appreciative. I would be forever grateful. So thank you in advance. But yeah, I'm going to get started on season 2. Thank you for coming along in this journey. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for your energy and your presence. I hope you have a wonderful day.